Hi, my name is Natty Nebula, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to read a manga updated. So, I'm back again, same shirt, same setting. I might as well get through how to read a manga. I mean, if you're gonna buy a manga, you gotta know how to read it, yeah? Yeah? I think so. So without further ado, I'm going to show you like one-on-one how to read a manga, but my face will not be featured this time like I believe it was in the previous video I did. So let's get started. So hello there and welcome back. Sadly, you won't get to see my face, but I'm showing you the first volume of Otomen. It's one of the first shoujo manga that I started reading back in high school, and I'm greatly disappointed that it doesn't have an anime. However, we are going to dive into how to read it. So, as I said, I may have said in the second video in this playlist that manga is usually read from right to left, especially in Japan. So on this page, you have like series that were coming out at the time and their volume numbers. So you have Otomen, you have Tale of the Moon, you have Magic Touch, Kaze Hikaru, which I believe is still ongoing with like 40 something volumes or maybe more, Body, and then you have Baby and Me. Some of these series have ended. Otomen ended at 18 volumes. Yeah, I think it was 18. So, you know, it's not typical of a shoujo manga because the main character is in fact male, but once you read this series, you'll understand why it's a shoujo. So why don't we start with the back? You know, you're going to want to read the back of it to see if that's the manga that you're going to want to purchase. So Asuka Masamune is a guy who loves girly things, sewing, knitting, making cute stuffed animals, and reading shoujo comics. Sounds like a great guy, doesn't he? And I don't mean that sarcastically, I'm quite serious. But in a world where boys are expected to act manly, Asuka must hide his beloved hobbies and play the part of a masculine jock instead. I am terrible at this. Ryo Miyakazuka, on the other hand, is a girl who can't sew or bake a cake to save her life. Asuka finds himself drawn to Ryo, but she likes only the manliest of men. Can Asuka ever show his true self to anyone, much less to the girl he's falling for? I guess we'll find out. Well, we're not going to read it all, but as I promised, I'm here to show you how to read it. But I highly recommend it. Oh my gosh, it's such a great thing. So we got page 1. I don't recommend bending it like this, but I want to make sure you guys can see it. And sorry, my desk is messy. I am, resin artist too. So things that girls like. See, right over here in the right is where the panel starts. So you would go over here. And notice that on the shoujo pages, you have this beautiful, like, fluffy, printed, like, saturation or something. But, it's not like a shonen manga where it's all harshly drawn. It's meant to appeal to the, typically the female gaze. So, things that girls like: the fluffy, the sparkling, the cute, the sweet. And we have Asuka obviously there as a child, expressing the things that he used to love doing when he was younger. And then, cooking, sewing, love stories. And then you see the pages, it's turning. And, I think okay, if I remember correctly, his mom caught him doing this stuff and she had like a mental break or something. So, it goes from right to left again. Now I'm gonna, zoom in. So, she's, his mother is scolding him, saying, "Don't end up like your father. You are a boy after all." So, it's a little bit of a backstory on how Asuka had to, you know, basically hide his true self. So as you can see, the next page in panels, they go to present day, where Asuka, the main character, you know, took on this manly persona to keep up his reputation in school too. So, you know, I guess he's on the judo team. So, you know, doing his manly stuff, being manly, amazing as usual. He's the best in the country, pretty cool. See, we're still going from right to left. And, you know, there's our golden boy right there. And honestly, you have to remember, in some of these stories, they're going to give you a backstory that's going to make you, you know, like the main character. You know, it's just a given when it comes to manga and anime. And then you go down here and, you know, he's saying these are his thoughts. Like some of these, you know, these dark written pieces of dialogue that don't have like a speech bubble, those indicate the character's thoughts. So, you know, he's saying, I can't show anyone the real me. So, you know, he's the kind of character that has to put himself in a box so he's not, you know, found out, I guess. And, you know, somebody would probably tell his mom and all of that. And I'm just going to flip over to one more page. Sorry, I'm being bumpy. This is just, you know, we're just going to power on through it. And you see right here, that's the girl that he, you know, that comes into focus. You know, there's more of his thoughts, you know, appearing from right to left. But don't forget these. These are all in the same panel, so they're meant to be read along with the character's thought. So, yeah, it's that right there. And obviously the girl is facing some type of trouble with these little troublemaker minor characters that really don't add anything to the plot, but I guess to humanize the character. So you see, you know, she appears as this possibly helpless girl. We'll see. And then, you know, right to left, but make sure you go top to bottom. And these panels kind of follow each other in a sense. And then you have Asuka jumping in. You know, he's just, you know, jumping in and, you know, saving the day. But, you know, this girl, if you read more of the story, you'll find out she's not as helpless as one is led to believe. But I just wanted to show you a preview of, you know, what's going on in Otomen. And why don't we, you know, check out The Gray Man a little bit, since I pulled it out as well. So you have The Gray Man, you know, showing, and, you know, once they used to do this, they don't really do this anymore with the, you know, series coming out. So, you know, there was a series, you know, Eyeshield 21, that's pretty popular, or at least it was when I was in high school. And then you have Nora, and Rosario Vampire was a big one that was popular. Relgrad, I don't hear too much about it, but it was one of the series that I was considered buying, because I remember I just had this like obsession where I would buy manga. But anyway, this is The Gray Man Volume 1. It's more or less part of Shonen Jump's Advanced Manga Edition, as you see at the top, where it has slightly more violence, but it's not quite a seinen. But, you know, it says on the side advanced. You know, it falls into that category of more ecchi or ecchi content. But see, notice the differences between how, you know, with Otomen and The Gray Man. Like, the panels are a little bit different, and, you know, they're going to show things that are more, well, I guess you could say ominous, like compared to its shoujo manga counterpart. So, you know, you're going to see something like this, and then we're going to see something like this. You know, you can pull up, you see one of them's, you know, got this kind of dark, eerie thing going on, and then you got this fluffy, flashy kind of cover compared to, you know, one another. So, you know, same thing, you read from, I really shouldn't bend the cover. Oh yeah, the contents, you know, they have the chapters and whatnot. Oh my gosh, is my camera gonna keep doing that? Sorry, but yeah. That is the main character, Alan Walker. You know, on the back of his cover, you have something called Opening. Set in a fictional 19th century England, The Gray Man is the story of Alan Walker, a 15-year-old boy who roams the earth in search of innocence. Washed away to unknown parts of the world after the Great Flood. Innocence is the mysterious substance used to create weapons that obliterate demons known as Akuma. A born exorcist, Walker's primary anti-Akuma weapon is the cross that's embossed on his red and disfigured left hand, which contains innocence. But not only does Walker destroy Akuma, he sees the Akuma hiding in a person's soul. Together with his fellow exorcists fighting under the command of the Black Order, Walker leads the battle against the Millennium Earl, the evil being out to destroy mankind. So, as you can see right here, that is his, sorry I keep bumping the camera, guys. That's his hand that, you know, has the innocence in it. And that right there, he's back to back with the villain, which is the Millennium Earl. So it's been quite a long time since I've bought The Gray Man. Like, I still like try to keep up with it, but it has been a while. But the same rule would apply. Exorcists, those possessed by the gods, they exist to destroy the ominous evils that rise from the darkness. And then you have the first night, Opening. I'm obviously not gonna read it all. I just want to show you guys what's going on. You know, it's just one of those stories. Like, there might be more writing and whatnot, but you know, you just go right to left, and then make sure you don't forget the bottom and then the very bottom. And you know, that's all with that. I'm so proud to still have these two in my collection, because believe it or not, I did sell a lot of my manga. Yeah, I know, bad Natasha, right? So that's just it for now. I'm gonna show you my face, and then, you know, we'll go from there. So hello, did we survive that little lesson? I really hope so. I promise you, I'm trying to get better at holding, you know, objects and having the camera face away from me. Like, I know that was like a little bit kind of messy, but I still think that it's better than the other take, but I guess we'll have to see. If you want to go back to my old video about how to read a manga, go back and read that, or sorry, watch that one, and tell me which one you think you prefer more. But of course, you get me in current time with the new video, right? I know, right? It can be such a tough decision because it's all Natasha all the time, right? Okay, and it sounds like we are out of time. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for sticking with me because I know it was a little bumpy. And I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye, loves!